kinda lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking roundabout words, absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verge.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
What is up, my brothers? H2H back with some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team gameplay. A little back-to-back doubleheader here, and you know, back on off of vacation finally. Maui, of course, was excellent, but I can get back to the grind here. I had a couple games left over I could roll out before I start playing again, and I know I missed out on a bunch of crazy stuff. EA just giving away ultimate tickets left and right now. I mean, I know the NAT, but still, that don't matter. Definitely going to see a lot of competition, at least the teams picking up here down the road. And, oh, man, Jimmy getting lit up and dropping that one, man. You know, it's it don't matter how high end the card is, they can get blown up.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Ooh, man, and that was kind of a sign of things to come there. Definitely not going to be one of my better passing games as far as just taking a little bit of sacks and throwing a couple bad balls as he come down. Oh, he got a split defender. Had a guy jumping across there, but definitely with the high point, not going to make it. He going back to that. We pop it up, and we do not get the tip drill, unfortunately, on anybody there. As you know, that's I'll leave that opening the second time, just because when you get those plays or bang bang, in this game especially, you just pop those up a lot. Pressure coming on the outside, 3rd and 13. We're going to do that. Shut him down at least. Going to have to make him take the field goal. So not the best, but that's fine. You know, at least holding them to 3 is always a win in this game. And you see LT running him. Still have the Henry kind of backing up. Great 1-2 if you got to run them that way. It get the job done. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't have paid for a Henry myself. I wasn't overly impressed with it, but you know, for a card you're using or the NAT cards, yeah, I'll take any of that stuff. It's going to be, unfortunately, a couple of weeks because, like I say, I missed out and I burned all my elite cards just converting them to gold for stupid stuff. So it'll be a little bit longer before I can get another one of those ultimate tickets. But at least I did get one in the secondary, which you'll see coming up here in a bit when I start playing here real soon. 3rd and 12.
Oh no! We suck again!
And dude, just a bad read. No excuse. That was just buns right there as he takes that one back. So we're down 10-0. It's just what it is, man. Bad start, but we get behind the user. So I start seeing some of the areas in there just to start getting the comebacks around that, sort of hitting the user in a sense, and we just get a bad ball, bad throw there. Pressure comes is going to happen. I see the pressure coming right there. 3 guys just standing there doing nothing. That's it. The great game for EA. You know how that goes. I mean, I try to run ahead of it, and they don't even react and catch the guy behind me. Hopefully, 18 the linemen have a little bit more awareness than that, because in this one, it's still pretty bad. It's as bad as some of the older games in a sense. As the Henry there turning that one inside, getting a little tripped up. Doesn't have to never stumble himself, unfortunately, but that one being a decent little ability I find in so far. And then I'm still probably looking at another tight end, down the road here after I get back Jimmy. But Cook, again, man, just puts in so much work. I'm totally fine keeping that guy at the end of the year. Just having somebody else just to go with him. I like to have at least 2 good guys here. Just the way the offense is working now. As the pressure's coming strong on this guy so far, doing pretty well on that. 2nd and 10 here.
It's a fumble. Fumble liar.
And of course, man, loving the Bob Sanders coming off the edge. I mean, I was debating just for the fun of it, checking out the Landon Collins there. That's kind of a tough one, really, on that one, because it really is just mainly a blitzing position for the most part there.
Joke! Yeah, joke!
And where's the high point? See what I mean? The first half here, I made some bad passes. And now when the guy's open on the backside, but you have to high point it, which I didn't do. So he's a little bit of pressure coming. Well, at least I guess he followed up what I did with the bad play also. So kind of like pooey there a little bit, and waiting for the reroute. And I finally see B coming across there. I don't know. I mean, more and more I notice, like, I'll use Playmaker from time to time, but it's just that it seems like the guys are just stopping now. You'll think you're sending them flies on the sides, and they run a few feet and just stop. It's like getting worse and worse for some reason in the game here. End of half here. See if we can make it.
Elite.
And, of course, skying up with Cook. We're there. We got a second left. So he's going to at least have a chance to toss one up, see if he can make a play out there. See, we got a guy caught up in the nano detection, and then the other one around the edge. So stuffing him out there. Go to half. Hopefully cleaning up a little bit on the offensive side. Defense, not really too bad on that. I mean, giving up points, but whatever. It's as long as we're turning it over, constantly putting pressure on the guy there. They're going to get a little here and there through on it, but 4 of 8 for Brady. Yeah, whatever. First 10 on that one, and again, just trying to get the underneath stuff. Excuse me. Normally leaving the, I'll normally go for the clouds, but, whatever they want to take on that. And again, having to chuck that one up real quick as the pressure comes in. Getting lucky we don't, go over the top, pick one up in nitrate. He does that a bunch. Hitting the flats out there, and eventually, since I'm running clouds, I decided to go straight underneath on some of these. Just try to start gambling that one up. And dang, I'm surprised he held on to that. A little late on that, especially nitrate hitting him, but bang, bang. I tried to go out there, cover that route that time, and I send the blitz, send the Q. He's not really a spy, but you send the guy after him and leaves the guy wide open. But, on that first down run, going to get stuffed, lose 2 yards on that, but the big boy up middle. I see the 72. I always think, what is that, William Refrigerator Perry coming, but I guess not this year, right? So, rolling out again, and I just could not get the playmakers working in time there. That's on me holding it on that, but get back a few of the yards. And, I'd never sweat taking sacks and stuff. I normally got big enough plays, or you normally can make enough plays to kind of get those yards back. That's kind of how Madden is. Real football, yeah, you can't work it that way, but of course, in here, you know what we do. As first and 10 now off of that was we get the yards back, and again, had them real spread out there, and that one's kind of a bad, bad pass on that one for sure. It would have been a tough one to complete even without the pressure. And again, just getting rid of the ball on that. So we're doing a good job locking up some of these. At this point, I was running real basic stuff. You see the routes running each other. I really wasn't even running, as you notice. This isn't really the typical plays I call. A lot of this was probably more like coach suggestions. This is kind of like the night before I think I left, and I was just kicking back, not putting a lot into it. Just kind of having fun, at least with that aspect of it. The defense is kind of set in, but at this point, man, I'm just kind of mixing around. Like, this is even like a corner strike, I believe, right there, which I hardly ever run those plays just because it's, so common. But anyhow, we go fourth quarter. Got the 4-point lead in this one now. At least battled back for the slow start. Locking up a couple of those. He's going to try and launch it up. And again, man, do not get the tip drill on that one after we break it up. But second 10, going to roll out there. Again, constantly the pressure on the backside. So it's just the timing is always coming up. You got a guy chasing through the holes. And again, coming through there. So we're going to have to put him in a fourth down situation here. 2:30. He really got to get some points on this drive. Otherwise, man, this guy could be in trouble here. So see, we get pressure coming. Dang, man, and both guys end up coming in. Not one, it's another. Henry doing nothing on that one, man, but at least we got a guy burning timeouts. And you know what, we're going to go back to the Cooks, and geez, Cook holding that one again, making it work, man.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
All right, no thing. So, see, connection, he turned off, and yet, even though that happened, I stopped. I must have took a break for a few minutes, and I still come back and get the same opponent. So he's going to have a chance at redemption. He knows what I'm running there. We got to taste all that. So first 10 come out. Didn't really do much on the running there. Probably a little bit more passing. Comes out into cover 4 this time around. Sometimes for some reason, look at that. They just loop around. They'll get you. Even in cover 4, he's not even rushing a lot of guys. So third and 18. I figure if he's going to do it again, I'll throw the cover 4 beater out here.
Hey, something burning? Oh, wait, it's you because you just got burned.
All right. I don't even use that one very often. I had to kind of remember about that. I know I had a couple of them in the book, but, you kind of got to roll out, buy some time to get that to really break down and hope that the defender doesn't fly all the way back there and see what you're trying to pull on him. But so we get the 7-0 lead in the first. And second 5 here, going to roll out and...
My turn. Yeah. Boy. I feel pretty good right about now.
Anthony Barr there. So I knew in the first game, like I say, he was running, that flat concept a bit. And see, I was originally purples, but obviously I shaded them back down underneath to get the bite on that. Pressure coming, making him throw it away. So he doesn't really worry about picking up the blitzes too much. For what we're running here, it's more about just getting the the passing plays, the timing of them, quick release down on it. And a great call, man. Gotta give him props on that. Obviously, I wasn't looking for the run at all. Didn't even play it whatsoever. Get the reroute here with the with Henry out there. So, again, I make it work for the most part on those. I just wish they were a little bit more consistent is all. But, that's just EA for you, like I say. So, again, taking another sack. Dude, took a lot, even more than probably normal here against this guy. So he did at least good clamping down what I was trying to run. As we get Samuel just before he goes out of bounds, we do get both feet down. He's normally pretty good about the footwork. I noticed on that guy does hold up pretty well. Julio skying up, grabbing that one. So at least at the point I was moving the ball at will on this drive, and a nice run by LT. Like I say, not a ton of yardage, but at least he did make that one work. Definitely one of the best players about, as long as you can remember not to hit on the speed. And dude, with that big play there. So firing right back right here. Now at this point, the defense is both lax on both sides, fortunately. But try to go out and at least hold them until I don't give up another touchdown. At least attempt there. Go into half. I can't even tell you who gets the ball on that one, but 3rd and 6 here, and he's going out, and what the heck, just stop and running. So that was just one of those odd things. He should have had that one, but he managed to thread the needle, man. I mean, the guy was a little bit open, had a guy coming back, no awareness on my guys to stop that one. So he does end up converting on 4th, getting the touchdown, making the game a little bit closer. Got a minute 16 out here, and having to throw that one away. Running a lot of the threes and stuff. But we do manage to get Corey Davis out there skying up. So trying to at least put this one together and get another touchdown before the end of the half. It was a successful last game. So, and again, some of those breaking in, those in routes, or some of those little digs, you kind of just flip them and have them come in that direction. Working pretty well against a lot of the schemes he's running. He's pretty much going to stay in the middle, but just kind of freelance around there. So you kind of know that's what you're aiming for, at least when I was running my route concepts on it. So 2nd and 6 out here, and the run not happening there. As I mean, not very rare do I give up a big one like that. Not very often, but I was at least looking for it after the fact. Normally, if you're going to run, you're going to have to just power it out. So 4th and 5 out here. See if we can stop them. And again, 2 guys coming. And if we go out, and if we figure go out, get the points here, get a touchdown here, open it up, and then, he's either going to quit on that one or one more possession at this point, especially being the second game, I figured. So 3rd and 7, and we find the strike out there, get the touchdown. Julio, I'll probably end up keeping him, I imagine the rest of the game. Kind of really low on coins, but I've got a lot of good players, so no complaints, I guess, on that. And 2nd and 17, give one to me, man.
Lurk Squad donation.
That is his name. If he said, hey, he's got to get out the game. Get out the game.